Serena.
Yeah, so favouring the camera is great like that. I know it's kind of weird thing to do,
Yeah,
but think about this person, this one as another person in the room. Yeah. Okay, and we're on.
Hi everyone, this is Serena, one of our bloggers. Now Serena, introduce the name of your blog.
I blog at SerenaMarieRD.com.
Okay, and what's your blog about?
I'm a dietitian, so it's a lot about nutrition and it's a lot about running because I'm also a long distance runner.
Like how long?
Half marathons mostly, but dabble in marathons sometimes too.
Just dabble.
Just
dabble in it. I have ridden. I wish I had ridden, but I actually ran it. 1 marathon.
That's phenomenal.
Oh my god. I thought I was going to die.
Well, today I thought I was going to die, so we're even.
Oh, it was awesome, but I don't think I'll be doing it anytime soon again. It was tough.
Yeah.
All right, hit me with your questions, Serena.
So kind of along the nutrition line, I was just wondering, I was stalking your Facebook page, it's phenomenal, and I wanted to kind of get some feedback or I guess some ideas about what were the most important components when you're thinking of recipes and meal suggestions for people following your program.
Certainly. Well, on the program we have, I think it's around now, we're around over 800 recipes.
That's amazing.
So, and all the recipes that we put together are with dietitians and nutritionists. A lot of them have come from my cookbooks, and you may have heard from the other girls, I am a little bit of a foodie as well, so I love to cook. And when I go out to restaurants, I often, I'll give myself a treat. I train really hard, and on a Saturday night, I'll have my treat meal at a beautiful restaurant, and I'll see this meal and think, wow, I wonder if I could mishify it and put it into my program. So it might be a recipe that's, I don't know, let's say for example it's pad thai, which is notorious for like calories and fat. I've actually done one in my cookbook, and I think we've even introduced it now into the program where it's, clean and beautiful. So I'll often draw inspiration from meals out in the real world and bring them back to sort of cleaning them up. So I've got my own version of fish and chips. I've got my own version of a hamburger, my own versions of pizza, but just making them clean, nutritious. So I think I have a couple of rules around the food that we use. They've got to be accessible. There's no point in having to get the berries from the bottom of a Nepalese hilltop that's been picked by a Tibetan monk and costs, $1,000 a packet, and you've got to go across town to buy it. But yeah, it's going to be easy to get.
Yeah,
and it's going to be high in nutrients.
absolutely.
The recipes must be, minimal ingredients, quick. It's got to be fast. So most of the recipes are maybe 15 minutes prep, 10 to 15 minutes to cook, or less, and look great on the plates, and of course taste fantastic. So there are a few rules that we have to follow.
Those are easy to follow.
Yeah, but we really get down into the nitty-gritty of it. And of course with the with all of the recipes and meal plans, we've got a mix of gluten-free, lactose intolerant, even kosher or whatever. So we're making sure that we're covering all our bases.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But we get good feedback, even from children.
I saw the pictures.
Even from the kids.
Salivating.
And the husbands like it. So it's all good.
Yes, that's awesome. Along the same lines, what are like 2 or 3 must-haves in someone's kitchen or in your kitchen that really make healthy eating easy to adhere to and fun and delicious?
Okay, it's a good question. I straight away think of food, but then I also think of utensils. Utensils, you need to have a couple of basics to get you through, like a good chopping board, a couple of good knives, a set of scales, and some measuring cups is always good so you can do your portions. That being said, an oil spray is always really handy. Teflon saucepans and frying pans so that you're not having to add extra oil to the cooking process. I think it's always, I love a herb garden because they're easy and they're cute. And it's like the kids can get involved, and when they see something growing and then they see it get put into a salad or put into a meal, it's kind of a really nice thing for them to see as well. But outside of all that, it tastes great.
Absolutely.
Fresh herbs.
Cilantro and salad's like my favorite.
Yeah. What do you put cilantro? What do we call that in Australia?
Oh, I don't know.
Coriander.
Oh, really?
I know, I'm still learning all these
I
things.
learned that, don't you guys call arugula rocket?
Rocket. I
Yeah.
can't even say
Yeah.
arugula.
It's delicious.
I know.
It's more delicious than it's arugula.
I'm learning. You know, you guys call them red bells, and we call it capsicum.
Oh, I
Red
didn't
bell
know
pepper,
that
capsicum.
one. That one's hard to say, so.
So, you know, there's a few staples, and I'll suggest having a good oil, like a spray, but also in a bottle. I'm big on, you know, having fresh produce in the house, and I'm really big on what I call efficient and effective cooking. So, on the weekend or on the day that you've got a bit of time, if you work odd hours and you don't have weekends as such, but you've got a free half day or full day, to cook efficiently and effectively. So maybe do up some soups. We've got soups on the program that cost like $1.50 a
That's
serve.
phenomenal.
Cook them, cook up, do a big cook up, fridge and freezer, so that you've got takeout, your own takeout version.
Yeah.
You come home from work and throw something in the microwave and defrost it, or put it in a saucepan and defrost it. And it's going to be a lot cheaper and easier and quicker. And you know that you've cooked it, you know what's in it.
Yeah, that's great. Great advice. And the last question is more kind of for my own personal takeaway. You know, I'm a big runner, but like I said before, you totally kicked my butt today, all this cardiovascular crazy movement. What would be your recommendation for someone who wants to, you know, keep excelling at running, but
Yes.
also wants to start getting better at, you know, these like really short, sprinty type, awesome movements that we were doing today?
Yeah, well, I was thinking of, I knew there was a few people in the class today that were runners, and I was thinking of how the types of stuff that we did in this class would improve your running.
That's awesome.
Because when you're a runner, you're always moving in that forward direction. You don't do a lot of lateral side-to-side movement. So a lot of our side movements that we do help in strengthening the hips, the ligaments and tendons around your ankles and knees, which are critically important when you're a runner. It takes the load from always that forward movement, so you're changing up your training, which can help minimize injury. And of course, the high intensity interval training, where we spike the heart rate and burn it down, which we do, that will help with your running, because what you'll find is when you're a runner, you get into that rhythm. But when you have done something where you've spiked up and down interval training, the intensity to which you can get into a rhythm is much higher when you run. So, you know, this kind of stuff can only improve your running.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, when I was training for my marathon, I used to do sprints once a week. To kill me. Like, I would rather run 20 Ks than do that sprint session.
Right, yeah.
It used to hurt, like, whew. But it improved my time out of sight. So, you know, if you are looking to improve your long distance time, you've got to throw those sprints in. Whether it be sprint running, or I would suggest this kind of stuff so that you're getting a different movement and you're not overloading and potential for injury.
And it was really fun.
It was fun!
It was so fun.
She smiled the whole time. I have no idea
Because I
how.
was in pain.